And somebody like me, may God help me, I had a lot of pastors then asking me out. So once I see a man of God come towards me, it doesn't have to be a man of God, anybody, and I ask the name, and he calls a name that is different from Yoruba, I don't bother. Why don't I bother? I know I will pray plenty. It sounds funny. I just want you to get some. I will do what? I will pray plenty. What does it mean? For me to surmount that information to my dad, oh my God. I don't know how many years of prayer or how many months of fasting and prayer I would do. I'm saying that in a lighter mode. What does it mean? Once I meet somebody, probably that his name does, what's your name? And he gives me a different name. I just pass. If I don't pass, it means I have to stay and work at it. I'm using that as an example. Get what I'm saying? If I stay, what does it mean? I will have to work at that relationship before it is what? Approved. Are you getting me? Before it is what? Approved. But once I see that, oh, okay, maybe the name is not something that will cause wahala before you even get it. I remember there was one person, my father said, Biodu, as beautiful as you, this is what you brought for me. I just knew that it is well with my soul. The long and short, the person was not a Yoruba person, so to say. Please, don't get anything wrong. I'm trying to get at something. I knew that I would have a lot of work and assignment to do. Now, for some of us, when we are faced with a particular situation, once we see it, what do? We turn aside. What it means is you are not willing to go through what it takes to do what? To get and overcome that circumstance or situation. Pay attention. Stay with me as I follow me as I follow Christ. For as long as you are dodging something, you cannot overcome in that thing. If you see an obstacle here and you turn in a different direction, you cannot overcome that one. It is the obstacle that you stay at, that you walk at, that you pray at, that you believe God for, that moves. Am I speaking to somebody here? It is the obstacle that is in your way, child of God, pay attention, that you stay at, that you walk on, that you pray at, you give faith. You use faith that moves. If you do not walk at an obstacle, it's either you avoid the obstacle or the obstacle does not go away. Pay attention. I want to give another analogy now. This is an obstacle here. You can either do two things. Walk at it and move it and overcome, or turn the other way and climb. Are you paying attention, children of God? So the option you take each time you are faced with an obstacle determines the kind of results. Is either you overcome or you dodge. If you dodge, you cannot claim to overcome that particular what? Circumstance. Now, let me say it this way. If you make an habit of avoiding obstacles, you cannot be called an overcomer. For everyone bowing down, lift up your head now and listen to me. If you make an habit of what? Of avoiding obstacles, you cannot be what? If you make an habit of always seeing something and avoiding it, once you see, ish. Once you see, ish. What it means is you are not giving that circumstance or situation what it takes for you to win in it. And then you cannot be a what? You cannot be an expert in it. You cannot be an authority in it. When you see women, let me give an example, women of God, and they call them mothers in Israel. Listen to this. What it means is that those women, they have done what? They have gone through obstacles. They have seen a lot. They have fought much. They have overcome. That's why they earned the title called what? And you can ask them questions because they have seen. You can go to them for advice because they have. You can go knock on their door and they can provide you what? Wisdom because they have been through. But if such people are people that are always dodging courses, dodging and avoiding obstacles, they cannot grow to become people that they call what? So Hausas call them Worogida. What's the meaning of Worogida? Meaning of Worogida is the person that has been through plenty. I know literally means the head, the senior wife. But senior wife means the one that's been there and his eyes has done what? I've seen Pepe and he's still there. So they can call them what? Waragida means this one has gone through obstacles and has done what? And have stayed and has won. Praise the name of the Lord. Now, I will give another quick example to you. I was looking through a book recently, and the man of God was talking about focus. Pay attention. I was told that the reason why rivers are always like this. Why do we see rivers going like this? Pay attention. Why do we see rivers going like this? Once they see an obstacle, they go this way. He goes there. The next time he sees an obstacle, he goes this way. The next time he sees an obstacle, some of us Christians, we are like rivers. Once we see an obstacle, what do we do? Once you are going like that, you see another one. Once you are going, you see another one. Then you cannot be an overcomer. Meaning of overcomer is the person that has seen an obstacle, has used faith. Please take us back there. 1 John chapter 5 and verse 4. 1 John chapter 5 and verse 4. And I read it from, he said, whatsoever is born of God does what? Overcometh the world. And this is the victory that overcometh the world. Even what? It is what you face that you engage in faith in that you have victory concerning. Not the ones that you dodge. And when you do not use faith, you cannot be declared a winner. How many of us will be declared winners in Jesus' name? And what does it mean? You are not just like a river. Should I call you river Christian? You are not like a river that is avoiding obstacles, but you are such that no, I am born of God. Greater is he that is in me. When I face, I overcome. I overcome how? With faith. How do you overcome with faith? To overcome with faith, you will have to face the situation, trust God from beginning and through the period. You will have to pray consistently, and you'll be given the situation all and what it will take until you have the victory. I'm going to read it again. For you to overcome through faith, you will need faith. And the faith you will be using is what? The faith will involve you facing what? Facing the situation. What more? Trusting God. Trusting God from the beginning of the situation and through the period. Praying what? Consistently. What's the meaning of praying consistently? I can't hear you, church. Fervently is not consistently. Oh. Praying fervently is not consistently. I can pray fervently now and stop. Consistently means you will continue to pray until you get the victory. And when you get the victory, you come back and say, I overcame. So you will go through the period and you'll be consistent in prayers. And what more would you do? You will give the situation all. Somebody say, I will give the situation all. It shows you are using faith. All. And whatever is going to take. Somebody say, whatever is going to take. You will give it your all. You will give it everything. Like I was giving an example of an exam. If you have to read, you read. Some